Right, welcome back to T-Boys TV. Hope you're well. I'm well. If the sound sounds a bit better, and I've got another mic, got a new mic. The other one was just playing up around the bottom, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't have the headphones as well. I can hear people through the laptop. But obviously, we're back again with another Luton show, episode 9. You know what I'm saying? We're so close to double figures on episodes. Obviously, I'm here with my dad again. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good. Obviously, come back from North last night. Fell asleep twice on the way back. But yeah, we're all back. So there's going to be a lot more content again. But yeah, obviously, with today's show, we're going to be talking about the Blackpool game. We can actually talk about a positive game. Jeez, this is mad. And then obviously previewing the game tomorrow, which is going to be a tough one. But obviously, we'll get into that. But yeah, obviously Blackpool away. Now, this was a game going into that I was not confident at all. Just the recent performances, Blackpool a lot higher than people expected. Away as well. We've only won, up until this, we only won 2 away games. Barnsley and there's another one, but I can't remember from the top of my head. But yeah, I just had no confidence whatsoever. But we turned up. Now, obviously, the lineup, I'm going to ask you what you thought of it. Obviously, we had Shea in goal again due to Sluga come out. He had an illness. Bradley, Naismith, Burke, and then Bell, Bree, Lansbury, Campbell, Mendes, Gomez was actually starting, which is lovely to see. Adebayo and Clark, obviously good to see, Clark starting as well, because ever since he come on in that Forest game, that's where you saw, glimpses of what you saw of him at the start of the season as well, and then pre-season friendlies. But what did you make of the lineup?
Yeah, I was pleased with it. Obviously, Sluga was ill, so Shea's obviously going to step in. I like the way he changed it up a bit to drop Lockyer, put Ruddock on the bench, started Gomez. Cornick's injured, that's why he wasn't there, and he won't be there tomorrow either.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that. Later on.
It was decent. It was decent enough. And you need to change it up sometimes if it's not working, and it worked. So
yeah,
it's quite pleasing.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to go through the players that are on the bench as well. So you had Hilton on the bench, Eisted as the backup goalkeeper on the bench. Musgrave, Fred, Osho, Piera, obviously back from the loan, and then Ruddock was on the bench as well, which is only right that he had to be dropped. So yeah, me looking at that lineup, I was a bit, I know obviously I found out eventually Sluga was ill, but at first I was like, Shea, I know he had a decent game against Nottingham Forest, but if I'm being totally honest, he only had 1 save to do in that game. And he was just, communication was good. Other than that, it was just, it's one of them. But in this game, obviously, he's exceptional, made some great saves. But yeah, as we said, good to see Mendes Gomez start. It was only right about time. Good to see Clark start as well. Good to see Ruddock dropped. I was happy with that. And I was also happy that he put, as you said, rotated it, put Burke in instead of Lockyer. That's the thing. We've got loads of good centre-back options as well. So we're good in that sort of aspect. But yeah, the actual game, obviously, first half, I thought up until the goal, they had the better chances. They had a chance where it hit a post. I thought that was in. Obviously, I went to it. Where I was, I thought it was in. Shea made some great saves in the first half, as well as the second. Yeah, there was a save in the first half where at first I thought it was a natural block, but he actually saved, palmed it away. That was a great save. But then obviously we get the goal right near the end of the first half. Sonny Bradley, I couldn't even tell who it was because obviously that's the other side to me. I'm not going to lie, their away end's not the best, if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, great goal by Bradley. Obviously, Naismith with the assist, with the crossing. And that's another thing. It's good to see that we're starting to switch up set pieces, not all, blame it all on Bree if it's not a great cross. Because there is times he does do great crosses, but, you're putting pressure on him by constantly letting him, making him take them. But now that we switched it up, even players like Naismith taking them, because originally it was mainly like Lansbury and Bree, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
So now,
we discussed that in the last episode. Like, Naismith can take, corners and
exactly,
stuff.
we
Like,
named loads of people that could, even like the likes of Cornick and them sort of players as well.
yeah, and it does, and look what happens. So, that needs to be carrying on with that going forward.
Yeah, definitely. But obviously we get that goal in the first half, right before half time. Lovely. So yeah, and then we go into the second half, and we take off Lansbury and bring on Ruddock. Now, when Ruddock come on, I thought he was okay. I mean, there was still times he was losing the ball, but then there was times he was, making some good forward passes, especially on the left-hand side. Bell and Clark, we loved it on the left-hand side in that game. But then obviously Adebayo getting a goal. Clark, brilliant. That was brilliant crossover to him. Good header by Adebayo, side netting. It's absolute scenes in the away end. And then we take off Mendes Gomez, who obviously, in my opinion, and I agree, I'm sure you agree, obviously had a very good game, causing
Yeah, he
threat.
done all right. He looked good going forward, and that's all you can ask for him. That's his first start. So
in a while as well. So it's obviously played.
I think the last time I
Was his
saw him
last game?
start,
Stevenage.
I think it was. Yeah,
That's what
he
we're
hasn't
saying.
started a game since then. So yeah, no, I thought he looked all right.
And he also held up the ball very well as well.
Yeah.
And then drive forward or played it forward. He done very well. But Musgrave come on. Adebayo come off. Hilton come on. And then obviously we get the goal near the end. Clark, obviously, as you saw in the vlog, I was like, make it free. Like, let's just do it. And we did. Absolute scenes in the away end. Scottish guy in front of me. Oh, it's funny. He is so funny, mate. But yeah, absolutely. Oh, what a game, mate. What a game. A way to finally get another win. And just the way we got it, we just dominated them. Like, in that second half anyway. Like, first half, as I said, they had that chance off the post, a good save by Shea. I mean, they had a few chances, but I think them two were the main ones from them. But yeah, we just cut them open. What an away win. The weather was not the best, you know what I mean? Especially when that Irish sea's kicking in, because obviously Blackpool's near that, or next to it, shall I say. Oh, it just windy, cold, raining. But, we got the points and, momentum going into this game. But any final thoughts on that game, Dad?
Yeah, like there was a period when we were 2-0 up where they were coming at us a little bit, and that's when I think Ruddock was struggling a little bit. But then after that, we started to control the game more, and Musquet come on as well, done all right, set up Clark for the third goal.
Correct.
And we just look, more like the Luton Town we know. So it was pleasing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to read some comments. Big up everyone. There's been quite a few comments, actually, before we go on to the Fulham game. Also, something I forgot, which someone mentioned in the comments. We'll give our opinions on the FA Cup draw. Obviously, I've done it with Liverpool the other day, but I haven't done it with Luton yet. But yeah, big up Ravi. He says, go on, T. Can the Hatters get another big boy win? We'll get into that, obviously. He says, T, which players do you think need to up their game for Luton? Ruddock, definitely.
I
don't want to. I do and I don't want to say Bree because he's getting a lot of unnecessary stuff, in my opinion. But then there is, obviously, it's one of them with Bree for me. Like, where do you stand on that with Bree?
I think it's just a tiny bit out of form in that going forward position. Like defending that is all right. So it's just the pressure. So I'm not really looking into that. He doesn't need.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really putting him in that.
Just needs to relax and carry on doing what he's doing, and he'll be all right. You know what I mean? So, who else would it? Well, I'll tell you someone else who does need to step up.
Jerome, actually.
Jerome, yeah.
There you go.
Definitely, yeah. But he's Hilton's being preferred to him at the moment, but possibly even Hilton, unless like he feels like he's leaving.
Yeah.
Lansbury more.
I mean, when he did come on against,
he's got it in his locker. He can do it. He can play them forward, but he needs to be doing it a little bit more. For me.
Yeah, I mean, I see. That's another shout, because what I wanted to say then is, obviously, I went to the Cardiff game, obviously, as you obviously know, and when he come on, he lost the ball like stupidly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really see him do that, and it was like, what? Like, he blocked the shot after, or he like intercepted it, or whatever he done. I can't quite remember, but the pass was a stupid pass to do, because it was where most of their players were in that sort of area. So I don't know what he was doing there. But yeah, Ruddock definitely, like, the thing is, we all know Ruddock's a good player. He just needs to just be quicker on the ball and be more alert, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? He needs to sharpen up in that aspect. And I'm sure you agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just too inconsistent. It's not even inconsistent. Well, it is, but it's inconsistency in the game as well. Like, they do a good thing, then do two bad things. You know what I mean? That's shouldn't be doing that now at this level, really.
No, definitely not. But yeah, I'll read some more comments. Did you want to say something then?
No, it's fine, good.
All right. Big up Max, he says, yo, big up T, just finished my final drama exam. Nice. Hopefully you did all right on that. Big up the Luton Days, he says, hello. He says, ops on the FA Cup draw. Before we talk about the Fulham game, we'll talk about that. And then he says, where'd you stand with this, Dad? Sluga could up his game too.
I did think that's not. I did have that in my thoughts. But the last couple of games where he did play, it wasn't like the Sluga we know, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like a couple of dodgy like sort of decisions and that. And then he hasn't played 2 games, so yeah, he could. But again, similar to Bree, like, I don't think he needs to do too much. Every player's going to dip a little bit in form. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's still the best keeper we've got. And,
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. But yeah,
slightly. Back to the question earlier, what players the most? For me, obviously say yours, but for me, I'd say Ruddock and Lansbury.
Yeah.
So yeah, you agree on that. Ravi says, which positions do you think need strengthening at Luton? I'll let you go first, Dad. There's a lot. I'll tell you that right now.
It's an awkward one because we've signed certain players. Do you know what I mean? So, the attacking wings and that, you've got Fred, you've got Mendes Gomez, you got Musgrave, you got Piera. Midfielders we see, for me, possibly a CDM.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Someone to play like in that Glenn Ray kind of role. Because if he doesn't play, then Ruddock gets asked to play there and here, there, and everywhere, and we ain't really got.
And Osho's still young, isn't he? So
yeah. So I'd say midfield, possibly even like, for me, maybe we still need. Well, we're going to look at a striker. Still, for me, because at this level you need it more. You know, if Adebayo gets injured, what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hilton ain't getting the goals he's getting. You know, maybe Musgrave can play there. Maybe Mendes Gomez, but at the moment, no. So possibly we need to sign someone. It's hard. It's hard to get strikers, like proven championship strikers anyway. Hard to get. You either got to lay out the wages or, you know, pay a certain amount of money. So it's going to be difficult to do that. But for me, yeah, we need to keep building on that season after season.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you, to be honest.
And also, we need a better backup goalkeeper. Yeah, Shea played brilliantly in that game, and like, you know, but for me, I think he's a good goalkeeper, and he obviously he's playing well because he wants to get back into the team and stuff. But
yeah,
I think when it comes down to the proper crunch of it, I don't think is good enough for the top end of the championship.
No, I agree. And another thing, people that are on the, you know, him over Sluga any day, basically. What when he does a mistake? What when Shea does a mistake? What are you going to say then?
Exactly. So you know,
yeah.
I think that will be the case. He's possibly going to look to get some first team football soon. You know.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, you know, because we'll know that Sluga's bought in. He's the most expensive signing.
Yeah.
So unless he goes, he's going to be number one.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. So yeah, we agree on the same positions there. Ravi also says, do you think, this is interesting. I'll go to you first, Dad. Do you think your squad depth is good / strong enough?
I think it's possibly in attacking areas, apart from, as I said, like.
And also that question, what do you mean exactly? Like to finish wearing? No, not you. Like where in the table, like mid-table, playoffs. Like where do you mean? Also, let us know that. But yeah, sorry. Finish off what you were saying.
Yeah, like obviously, like as I already said, like we brought in them players, them athletic, stronger players, but they're still yet to properly prove themselves. Do you know what I mean? They've looked good in patches, so you know the depth is good, but I don't know about strong enough. Like, I still think we need to add a couple more now, and we've realised that. You know, so it's nearly there.
Yeah.
For, you know, definitely for an established championship team, it's there. But to make that little step forward, we need a couple more, and then you just got to wait and see. You know, you can't really gauge it until the players, if they all start performing, and you know that you can go, right, I'll bang him on now, and he'll make a difference or whatever. Then you know it's strong enough. But at the moment, it's not quite strong enough for the playoffs. For a mid-table team, definitely.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like we can relate it to what we said earlier, where you know about when we got asked about what positions do we think need strengthening. You know, this is similar sort of question to what we've just responded with, anyway. But yeah, obviously, before we go on to the Fulham game. Big up the Luton days because, you know, he actually reminded me. Obviously, in the Cup, FA Cup round 3 draw the other day. Obviously, we got Harrogate at home. Now, how are you feeling about that draw? Obviously, you know.
Well, I was pleased because I didn't want. We were at home for a start, so that was the main first thing. I thought yes, and then we haven't got an awkward championship team. You know, like a bogey team or Premier, you know, like we've been
like a Stoke, Chelsea, for example.
Yeah, Stoke, Cardiff, you know, these teams that we always QPR, you know what I mean? You know, put them away, you know. So I was pleased that we got a home draw and it's definitely a winnable game. We shouldn't be underestimating them because they've got an all right squad for how long they've been in the Football League. They've got some all right players, and they beat Portsmouth in the last round. Portsmouth did rest a couple of players, I think, but they won it in the last minute, and they'll come with no fear. It's just up to us to be professional, and whoever plays, maybe them fringe players, it's stake to get into the first team. You know what I mean? So yeah, we should be beating them, and I'm happy with that. And hopefully for the next few rounds, we keep consistently getting, lower league opposition or games that you can look at and go, we got a good chance. It's down to us to mess it up, really.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. We want a little cup run. We ain't had a cup run for ages. We're comfortable in the Championship. We're not going to get promoted.
No. I've said it. I think I've said
even
it
if we did, we're not ready for that. So it'd be good. You get money, but then if you go up and get slapped, and then it can demoralise the whole club. I think that'd be too soon. But a nice cup run, get to the quarterfinals or something, that'd be decent.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But yeah, I'm pleased with that. What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely pleased with that, because I'm used to seeing us, as you said, usually tend to get a bogey team or like a Chelsea or a Man United. You know what I mean? So, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. It's at home as well. As you said, like, you can't underestimate them. Obviously, as you said, they beat Portsmouth in the last round, and also the fact that how long they've been in the Football League and how decent they're actually doing. So yeah, it's going to be one of them, and as you said, you just got to be professional and just not mess about, basically. So yeah, but hopefully I'll go to that, and yeah, it should be cheap. It should be fairly cheap as well, because it's FA Cup, isn't it? So
yeah, it will be cheaper, and obviously there'll be changes. I expect Shade the starting goal. Adebayo probably be rested for that game.
I think you might see like Musquay maybe up front.
Yeah. Mendes Gomez definitely probably start that game.
Yeah.
Defense. He'll probably rest like Naismith, maybe Lockyer. I mean Bradley. So Lockyer and Burke might start, or Osho.
Yeah.
Glenn Ray.
Burke.
It all depends on what happens over the Christmas period, busy period. Potentially injuries. Cornick's out for a few weeks, I believe. So maybe that could be his first game back to get back up to speed. We'll see, but we've still got enough there to be beat. I believe to be beating them. Yeah.
Well, we should, but remember, amount of times we've said this before. But yeah, we should.
Also, there's the fact that we've been in League Two, we've beat Championship teams or whatever in the cup, so it's not given. You know what I mean? And they're confident and they're doing well. Fair play to them, and that would be a big scout for them. They won't. The first time in the third round, I think, as well. So, it is a potential banana skin, definitely. It's not like if it was like someone's near the foot of the table, you know what I mean? I'd be much more confident.
Yeah.
But like I say, as long as we're professional, we should have enough to beat. Now we're levels above, and we need to prove that. And this is one of them where you just need to prove it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Confirmation of the Cornick injury. It is a calf injury, so it'll be out for a few weeks. Confirmed by Luton on the Instagram. I'm sure it's announced on Twitter and that as well, but I don't have Twitter. So yeah, obviously, as I just say, he's got a calf injury and he's going to be out for a few weeks. So Oh, see, it's gutting because he has done well this season.
Yeah, definitely.
You look at games like Middlesbrough, for example, and there's quite a few up. Millwall's is
Yeah.
probably his best one, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah, so unless someone can slot, it depends. We'd probably change the formation now, maybe, and just go for one up front. I don't know, but someone needs to slot in that side. If not,
Yeah,
his position and deputise for him.
yeah, no, definitely. But now, obviously, we're going to move on to the game tomorrow, which is obviously Fulham. Oi, oi, oi. Obviously, Fulham top of the league. You know what I mean? I think weren't the last time we actually played Fulham that at home anyway, that 3-3 draw.
I think so. Yeah.
2019. The two other previous times, it's like 5-0 and 3-0 to them. But yeah, obviously we've got them tomorrow. Kenilworth Road, 3:00 kickoff. I am going to it. Oi, oi, oi. I don't know how to feel. Don't get me wrong. I feel a lot more confident that we're not going to get smashed compared to before the Blackpool game. Because, and also you look at it, the Blackpool game, we needed to get points, to then obviously the game now. It was one of them. But yeah, how are you feeling going into this game? Obviously, Fulham top of the league. For me, they have the best all-round team in the league. But yeah, how do you feel going into this one?
Yeah, obviously a strong side. We've got that guy in it, Mitrovic.
Yeah,
He always scores against us. No doubt, probably will again. They've got decent players. They've got like Premier League quality players. For me, they're going to win the league.
I agree.
They it's a slog in the Championship, but they've scored so goals. They've got good defense as well. It's obviously that's probably going to be on paper the toughest game of the season.
Yeah.
So we need to be on our game. Otherwise, we will be getting handed. Yeah. We'll be getting Birmingham vibes.
Oh my God, don't even go there.
That's what will be happening. So I think the players will be up for it.
Home game as well.
Yeah. Just last home game before Christmas.
Yeah.
Adebayo originally played for them when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to be itching to put in a banging performance against them. Definitely be looking to get on the score sheet. We just have to try. We're not going to match them. You know what I mean? But if we can perform at a good level, decent level, make it difficult for them, and maybe they might not be on their game. They've drawn the last 3 games. Coventry beat them at home 4-1. If they can, and they were on their game, then so can we. But I'm not expecting us to be beating them. I'll be happy with a draw.
God, draw would be exceptional. But yeah, as you said, they did draw their last 3 games. Obviously, their last game was against Bournemouth. Now, I did watch a bit of that. Obviously, first versus second, whoever won that would have went top or remained top. Or if it was a draw, Fulham, like it was, obviously Fulham stayed top because they were top originally. But yeah, obviously draw there, drew to Preston away, and then drew to Derby at home. So yeah, I see what you're saying there. And also, when you said about Coventry, that is another thing which not makes me feel that we can do that to them, but makes me feel a little bit more confident. Like obviously, we slapped up Coventry, and Coventry slapped up Fulham. So, that makes me feel more confident as well as
But
what I
actually,
said.
I believe that was the game after we slapped them up that they
Yeah,
had Fulham.
yeah, I think it was.
And Fulham, and that's probably what happened there. Fulham underestimated them and thought, well, Luton kicked their, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they didn't, and they were just on their game. So, if they're thinking the same kind of thing against us, then yeah, we can definitely cause the same result. But I don't know. They've done it once. Teams like Fulham don't really make that mistake very often. So
No. But as I said, that makes also is another thing that makes me more confident as well. Seeing how we were in the last game, I know it's two complete different opposition, but it's players are going to be up for it, as you mentioned earlier. But yeah, obviously the league table. Before we go into the formation we would play and line up and etc. Score prediction. Obviously Fulham top, 44 points, a point ahead of Bournemouth in second, and then obviously we are 12th with 29 points. No, 28. Sorry. Now, if we do win this game, depending on other results, we could go around about 8th. So yeah, it's crazy. The points are still pretty tight. Some of them are doing a bit of social distance, but some of them are still a bit But yeah, obviously we'll get into a formation and lineup and all that we'd play. So yeah, let me just get it up. So yeah, what formation are we going with? Because obviously,
I don't know. It's such a difficult one because you're at home.
Yeah.
When you're meant to be a bit more attacking, but against Fulham, you ain't going to match it. So I feel like he's probably going to go a bit more defensive. So I possibly see a straight 4 at the back, and then is it like 4-1-2?
4-1. Oh, what, like a 4-1-2-1-2?
Yeah, to see how that looks, minute. I can't see properly on there.
Maybe not that one, because that's got a cam. Or that one. Like,
yeah.
Like that, you reckon?
Yeah,
oh,
possibly.
Yeah, because we ain't got Cornet. Yeah, we ain't got Cornet, to be fair. To be up top with Adebayo. So yeah, goalkeeper. Right. Now, I'm going to let you go first, but then I'm going to say my thoughts.
It's a difficult one. Such a difficult one. I'm gonna put Shea in goal.
Okay, we agree. And the reason I do put Shea is, we spoke about it, obviously not on YouTube yesterday, where it's one of them where you don't want to put Rush Sluga back in after illness, after in this sort of game, and with Shea, he hasn't put foot wrong at this current moment in time, and obviously Blackpool, he had a great performance. So yeah, that's my reasoning for putting Shea in.
Yeah, same, basically the same. He's kind of in form. Sluga still might be ill as well. We don't know, but to throw him straight in, it's a high pressure game. They've got good attackers and that. Yeah, he's decent and that, but possibly I'd probably leave it another game. So yeah, I'd go with Shea.
Yeah, cool. We agree on that. I thought it was maybe going to be a 50-50 there. But yeah, we'll move on to right back. Now, it's got to be Bree, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, again, he's decent enough.
No one else.
Regular star, and yeah, there is that, but let's not be disrespecting him.
No.
They need to have someone for cover for him or to give him a bit of a rest, but at the moment we ain't got that, so he's going to be starting.
Yeah. No, well, that was straightforward. Left back, Naismith
Yeah, Naismith.
or Bell actually.
Well, I'm going to put I put Naismith there
Okay, yeah, I'll go Naismith as well for
because
a
he's
bit the
bang on
experience
form.
side of things.
He can break up the play a bit more. I think
And
he's got a bit more.
he's also still got that in him where he can drive forward, And
Yeah,
I think I think this also comes down to the experience as well for me.
yeah. I'd go. You got to be a bit more sort of kind of defensive and looking to break up rather than just debate, just bombing forward or just a Bell being put under constant pressure. I
Yeah.
Naismith slightly more. He's a cleverer player, So I'll be putting him there personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. We'll move on to right-sided centre back. So you got options here. You've got Lockyer, you've got Burke, because Bradley's probably going to be on the left side, isn't he? So
Yeah.
So for me, it's out of Lockyer or Burke. Obviously, Burke had a very good game.
He did. I've been worrying a bit about Lockyer's temperament recently. He's been a bit, kind of gung ho and that, and definitely can't afford that. And a sending off or early yellow card against Fulham. So I feel I'd be putting Burke there. He seems to be quite composed.
Yeah, I agree. Due to what you just said there, the composure, we need that in this sort of game. So yeah, left-sided, we've already said Bradley. And I think that's pretty straightforward. There is. Right, so CDM, Glen Ray.
Yeah.
Right, hopefully we don't do no stupid tackles.
No, just sitting there, do what he's got to do. Yeah, but then get expect. Well, put him there, and then I'll explain that.
Yeah, right. There you go.
So then, obviously, in front of him on the left.
Yep.
It's more likely going to be. At the moment, we're a bit lacking, aren't we? So it's going to be Lansbury.
Yeah, for the experience side of things, he needs to up his game though.
And then Campbell next to him, and Campbell will be working hard to stop it. Getting to like Glen Ray. Glen Ray's just going to just be there. Just tidy up, mate. Just tidy up. You know what I mean? Just play it safe, tidy it up. And then you got the help of Campbell there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Campbell's had some very, very good games recently, and he's a warrior, mate. Blackpool, as I said earlier, raining, windy a lot. My man's out in a shorts and t-shirt, just casually, mate, casually. But yeah, right mid. Now, for me, I'm going to go with Clark, straightforward.
Yeah, Clark, definitely. He deserves to start. He's been playing brilliant in the last. He can create chances. He's always looking to go forward. He's a bit of a menace. We need some attacking threats out here. So yeah, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. And the way he can hold up the ball in the midfield as well is very good. Left mid, we're going with Mendes Gomez.
You're a tight one, isn't it?
I'm trying to think, who else is there? Obviously, no. Fred, yeah, true.
Bell, sort of double up. I'll probably go with Fred in this game.
Yeah, I'm going with Fred actually. Yeah, that's a shout because he didn't play last game. I completely forgot about him, which is not what you want because he's done well this season. Oh, well, where is he then? There he is. And then obviously Adebayo up front.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, boom. That is our squad against Fulham. So yeah, that is a squad side of things. Obviously, as we said, Like it's one of them where we want to go attacking, but we know we're going to have to play pretty deep because obviously the quality of Fulham. But yeah, so obviously we spoke about how you're feeling going into the game. Obviously, you just done line up there, and obviously no Cornick, stuff like that. Score prediction time. Right, I'll let you go first. I've already got my score prediction, but yeah, I'll let you go first for yours.
Well, I'm basing it on us turning up and doing as best we can, kind of thing. Yeah. With the injuries or whatever, and I'm going to go for a narrow defeat, 2-1 to them, Fulham.
That is exactly what I'm going with. Straightforward. Obviously, as I said, like before the Blackpool game, and obviously seeing this game after, I was just not confident. I thought they would, beat us like 3-1, but now I'm thinking 2-1. I think there's going to be momentum.
I think they've just got that extra bit of quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I totally agree. As we said earlier, Mitrovic, he loves scoring against Luton, similar to Charlie Austin. It's one of them. Yeah, as we said, I think the quality of them is just going to do it. But yeah, I do think we'll score. The Kenilworth Road crowd. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll urge them on to score. But yeah, I think it's going to be a bit too much. But yeah, it's not like before the Blackpool game, as I said, where I could see us losing quite heavily. Now it's narrowly. So yeah, we both agree with a 2-1 loss. As we said as well, we're not expecting to win this game at all. Like a draw, we'd be buzzing because how quality this Fulham side are. But yeah, you got any final things you want to say in like just anything that we've spoken about today?
No, not really. That's it.
Or anything else to do with Luton?
I believe that is it Brian guy?
Yeah.
I think he's out. He's not out of the woods, but he's looking to better than he did before. So again, just wishing him a speedy recovery and thoughts with him and his family and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just taking a picture of the lineup to see what people think of that lineup. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed today's episode. Obviously, episode 9. Big up everyone that's came on today. It's been quite a lot of people, to be fair. So obviously, we appreciate that. Makes it better as well because there's more interaction in the chat, and it's just better. But yeah, don't. No, what was I going to say? So I should be doing a Premier League predictions in a bit. I'm not too sure when, because I'm also going on someone's channel later. That was meant to be at 6:30, I believe, but they're changing times for that. I am doing a preview to obviously my other team, Liverpool. We're taking Aston Villa. So yeah, I should be doing a preview on his channel. So I'm just waiting to see when that is, and then obviously I'll schedule and set up my Premier League predictions. Feel free to come onto that if you haven't already, or obviously if you have already, then feel free. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. You got anything else you'd like to say in general, Dad?
No, that's it. Big up everyone listened.
Yeah, definitely big up everyone. As I said, like it's been pretty lit today, so we appreciate that. And yeah, I'll be back with Premier League predictions. Like, as I said as well, I'm trying to get it out before the game today in the Premier League, which is obviously Brentford versus Watford. So yeah, hopefully, we'll get that up soon and scheduled and everything like that. But yeah, don't forget to smash a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are so close to 400 subs. Share the channel, and yeah, it'd be much appreciated. And yeah, we will see you guys in a bit. So take care and peace.